Hey guys, I am back with another Dollar Tree DIY home decor project, and today I'm making some Halloween shadow boxes. The first one that I'm going to make is using one of these banks that I found at the Dollar Tree a couple months ago. It's just a really simple box. It's got a glass front and the back of it pops off so that you can take out your money after you've filled it. So I'm using some acetone here to take off the ink from the inside. You could probably use just some regular nail polish remover, but I just happen to have pure acetone, so I used that and it just melted the ink right off the glass. Alright, so after I have taken off all of the ink from the inside, I'm going to cover the back side with some spiderweb paper. And then I'm going to start working out the placement of what I want to go on the inside. So I've got a couple of plastic bugs and snakes that I got from Dollar Tree as well. They came in a pack with several different colors, but I pulled out all the ones that were already black and started with those for this project. I do use the rest of them in another project, but those had to be painted, and I just didn't want to paint them that day. So I'm going to glue in some paper spider webs first. And then I'm going to start adding in my bugs and my snake and figuring out where I want them to go. I'm also going to be adding in some creepy cloth as well down at the bottom eventually, so that these things don't look like they're just hanging there, especially this snake. It looked a little weird and kind of floating in place without it. I also tried to make it so that he kind of stuck off the page a little bit to make him look a little bit more realistic. And I probably should have stuck him in some boiling water so that I could manipulate him a bit easier. But again, on this day I was just really impatient and trying to figure out how I could do this really quickly. So he ended up kind of, hanging off the page a little bit, but not really as much as I would have liked. So I'm sticking all of these spiders in there. And then I also end up adding a few spider stickers here and there. And I also even end up adding things outside of the glass. once it's all done, I'm just going to put it back together so the back just kind of pops right back in, and then it's ready to go and be put on the shelf. Now some of you may have seen these houses a while back at Dollar Tree when I saw them several months ago. I grabbed a ton of them and I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to do with them, but I knew that I wanted to do some sort of shadow box. So I am just tracing them on some pattern paper and really kind of freehanding it. They didn't fit perfectly, so I just kind of trimmed them down incrementally a little bit here and there until they fit. And it's not perfect, but that's totally fine because I'm going to take some black paint and go around those creases and also the inside of the box as well. Once the paper is in, you actually won't see the back of the boxes. So I'm going to glue the background paper in, and then I'm going to start working on the outer edges of the box. I wasn't sure if I was just going to paint the outside black or if I wanted to actually add some pattern paper, but I did decide to add some. So I'm going to measure the side, and I can't remember, I think it comes out to be like 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, something like that. So what I did is I cut strips of paper that were that size, and then I just glued them all the way around the edges. So now I'm going to start working on the inside of the boxes, and I'm going to start with some creepy cloth. I'm going to cut it down so that it fits inside, and I'm going to play around with it a little bit until I get it like I like the way that it drapes. Now I had a general idea of what I wanted to do with these boxes, but not 100%, so I kind of you know, decided as I went. So I do end up playing around with it and moving things around throughout this process. So the next thing that I'm going to add is the remainder of the spider webs that I have left over from the first Shadowbox. So I'm going to put one of those. Actually, I thought it was one of the leftover spider webs, but it looks like it's one of these stickers. And then I am going to kind of figure out what stickers I want to go on which box. So I have this pack from Jolie's, these skeleton stickers, and they actually move. You know, you can actually place their limbs kind of where you'd like them to go. So I thought that that was perfect. So there is a male and female skeleton. So I'm going to put one of those on each box, but I really needed something to attach them to. So for this one on the left, I'm going to first attach it with, or I'm going to attach a sticker that looks like a fence. And it's the last piece that I had from the sticker sheet that you can see to the right. And then I'm going to place one of these Coffin Jolie stickers in the background of that. And then I'm going to put my male skeleton over here on the left. And I placed him, I wanted to place him that he was kind of kicking up his heels. So it takes a little bit of work trying to get him to look like that. But I play around with him a bit and then start gluing him down. Now I'm going to start working on the box on the right, and I have a couple of die cuts that look like gravestones. So I'm going to add those in, kind of make it look like a little cemetery. And my female skeleton is going to go over there on the right side. So I actually struggled a little bit with this box on the right, filling it up, because it's kind of an awkward space. So I tried to use her to fill up most of this space here. And I'm kind of, you know, moving her around so that her hand is on her hip and she looks like she's dancing. So the last few things that I'm going to add here are some three-dimensional Tim Holtz elements. I've got some bones and also some pumpkins that I got from Tuesday morning. And then I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree wood embellishment or wood veneer stickers, the unfinished ones. And I'm going to add a ghost to the one on the right here. I am going to go ahead and paint it white with some gesso. Just to kind of, I guess, tie it in. It didn't really look just right in the wood finish. And I'm going to add a title with a sticker over on the right. It's going to say Haunted here. I really hope that you guys liked today's DIY, and if you have some boxes at home, you should definitely try and make some shadow boxes out of them. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.